Faridabad and Delhi.
Soumya, we have some more breaking news coming in. Soumya, we have some more breaking news coming in as far as the Faridabad terror module is concerned. Now, what we're getting to know is that the Faridabad Police is now carrying out further searches in the Taga village. This is the Taga village that is now under scanner, and Al-Falah College is the spot where more searches are being carried out by the Faridabad Police in Haryana, that is adjacent to Delhi in the national capital region. So the Faridabad terror module, viewers, is becoming even more critical with the links now. There's some glaring, there's some glaring evidence you can see that could be now established. We will be, of course, waiting for more of an official word. But right now, what we know is that there are more searches that are being conducted. At least 8 in total have been arrested by Faridabad Police as far as this module is concerned. And now more searches are being conducted in Al-Falah College and in Taga village. So that is the breaking news we are getting in right now. Faridabad Police started carrying out more and more searches, and this is, of course, this entire network is very, very deeply entrenched, as we can very much see. And after this blast, it has become even more critical for the police and for the all right, senior editor Shavan Sen joins us live on the broadcast from Shavan. Well, what we understand is that this link to Faridabad, at least, is now deepening. But having said that, separately, if we see that Faridabad Police right now is conducting further searches at the Al-Falah College, the same college where Dr. Umar Nabi was also working.
Well, in fact, it starts with Dr. Muzammil, who happens to be one of the main accused in the white-collar jihad conspiracy that was unearthed by the Jammu and Kashmir Police, following which a joint operation was carried out between Jammu and Kashmir Police and Faridabad Police, following which you've had the recovery of over 350 kilogram of ammonium nitrate. What we are being told right now by our sources in Faridabad Police is that they have intensified the searches. We do have a confirmation that searches are being carried out at Taga village, and the other happens to be Al-Falah University. I'm not very sure at this point in time, Rakshita, with regards to what exactly are they really looking at as far as Taga village is concerned, but Al-Falah is the very place where Dr. Muzammil was employed. And not just that, they also suspected that some of the explosive materials or ammunition was also stored in the university premises. Having said that, we are waiting for an official confirmation whether at all they have made any sort of recovery from the premises of the university itself. But it becomes abundantly clear that Al-Falah University was essentially a front that was basically being used by Dr. Muzammil to begin with. And of course, thereafter, there are other doctors who have now been taken into custody. Let's be very clear that the white-collar jihad that is being called right now is becoming quite clear from the searches that have been carried out and from the investigation that has been carried out. And that is the reason why, Rakshita, this morning, roughly around in the next less than an hour or so, you would have a meeting that is being chaired by the Home Minister. This would be at Kartavya Bhavan, and I'm given to understand that Jammu and Kashmir Police's DGP will also be joining in via Zoom. In fact, this is where it is likely that the Home Minister will basically be briefed about the findings of the Jammu and Kashmir Police, which is quite important and pivotal to this entire investigation, because remember, there is a clear link that is emerging. So let me just quickly tell our viewers what are the links that are emerging so far. Is there a direct link with Faridabad? Yes, there is a direct link with Faridabad, the case that has been unearthed by the Jammu and Kashmir Police. Secondly, what is the link with Kashmir? It turns out that at least 3 doctors that we are talking about, 3 doctors who have been taken into custody, are directly linked, is what we are being told right now. They're actively looking into it. Now, some of the unanswered questions, that is basically the nature of the explosion itself, whether at all ammonium nitrate fuel oil was actually used, because it seems that without the discovery of any sharpeners or without a crater being created, it seems that it was a different kind of explosion that has taken place. It could be an improvised IED. They are all looking at all of this right now, but having said that, they are unable to come to any sort of conclusion because the FSL is yet to provide with a concrete report that allows them to come to some sort of a conclusion at this point in time. So it is right now some sort of a conjecture that the investigators have arrived at, but this is also based on the clues that they have they've gathered over the last couple of hours, particularly with a multi-state operation being carried out in Faridabad, and of course you also have it in the national capital. The reason why Haryana becomes also important, because this particular vehicle that was basically used by the bombers, they've been able to track it to the first point, that is in Badarpur, because it is from Badarpur that this vehicle had crossed over. In fact, Republic TV has also accessed moments before the blast when you've had Dr. Omar, whose pictures have also been accessed. Dr. Omar is basically seen behind the wheels wearing a black mask. They've been able to establish so far that the presence of Dr. Omar, this is the same person who was on the run. In fact, it is not that the agencies were unaware of this person. They were well aware of the fact that this module also included Dr. Omar.
Absolutely. Dr. Omar is under, he's a person of deep interest, Shavan. And if you could just tell us what all we have gathered as far as his connection with this blast is concerned. He was missing during the raids in Faridabad. And now what we understand is that when the searches were carried out yesterday, but in the evening, what we understand, it is suspected that he was the one who was seen, taking out his car from near the Red Fort area.
Well, in fact, we've been able to piece together the timing. Roughly around little after 3 o'clock in the afternoon is when they had first spotted the vehicle. The entry into the parking lot is also almost 3 hours before the blast actually took place. So these are the area which remains unanswered as to whether at all they were basically moving around in the same area or they had parked the vehicle. That remains an unanswered aspect at this point in time. We are simply going by the images, the footages that we have just got from our sources, which basically indicates that the vehicle was already in the Red Fort area a little after 3 o'clock in the afternoon.